Thank you very much. Distinguished guests, friends, and of course our author, Dr. Anton. I genuinely am honoured to be here today at Dr. Anton's invitation for the launch of his seminal work, Will AI Dictate the Future?, and to participate as moderator in the panel discussion. Anton and I have been associated for nearly 2 decades now. I was much younger then. He, of course, was much older then. But we've been associated in various educational, business and IT areas. As I noted in my introduction to his book, he's something of a restless soul, a pioneer in many respects, academically gifted, and someone always looking towards the future. And as he has so forcefully advocated, the future really is about AI. However, what is a distinguishing feature of his work is that he has examined this fascinating topic from several, often competing angles. He has noted that there are some that would have you believe that AI and its corollaries could effectively spell the end of humankind. He has, in my view, rightly concluded that the fourth industrial revolution provides an incredible opportunity in so many fields of technology to be used for the better, for improving the lot of humankind. Anton has detailed the evolution of AI, its early application, and philosophically discusses man versus machine. He expands his examination of the theories and principles behind AI to propose how it can be applied in a very practical sense. There are, again, in my view, considerable economic and social benefits that can and do flow from the application of AI, as he rightly notes. Cybersecurity, healthcare, the law, and manufacturing are specific examples that Anton uses to illustrate his firm conclusion on the benefits of AI. His concern for its ethical use and practical mobility applications are also illustrative of his thoughtful and creative thinking. As I considered Anton's book, I could not help but reflect on my time as CEO of CEDA, Australia's premier economic think tank, and the report we produced some years ago now on the future of work. We touched on how technology, AI, and their application would change the very economic fabric of society in that many jobs would become redundant. Anton has taken this examination to the next level and beyond. Anton is a technopreneur without peer. This book should be compulsory reading for anyone who is a futurist, governments, those who need to consider how to mesh AI and business, and academic institutions that are seeking to prepare its students for their place in the world created by the fourth industrial revolution. I'd also like to take this opportunity to recognise the contributing authors to this publication. Some, of course, are with us today. Some will be in the panel session shortly. Sean Huang, MP, Professor Andy Koronios, Vice-Chancellor Professor Liz Bacon, Dr. To Si Kiat, Assistant Professor Alan McGargle, and Professor Venki Shekhar Raraman. Each has had a considerable insight into the overall theme based on their collective expertise. I very much congratulate Anton for his exceptional contribution to understanding and proposing ways forward for the future. And I look forward to expanding upon some of these issues when we get into the panel session. Thank you.
A very good afternoon, friends, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to the book launch, Will AI Dictate the Future? My name is Ricardo. It's a great privilege to be your host and MC today, not just for our guests here live at the Pan Pacific, but also to all of you watching us live online. Thank you for taking time off to join us on this very meaningful event. I like to begin all our events with 3 big rounds of applause. The first round of applause, let's give to all of us here now that we can meet each other physically, catch up again. How about a nice round of applause, everybody? Now, the second round of applause I'd like to dedicate to each and every one of the guests here today for taking time to support Dr. Anton, the new book, and also for lending support to the event in all sorts of ways. One such gentleman is Mr. Morris Alfonso from Purple. I understand that he has sponsored the disinfection of the hall and also some gifts. Can we give Mr. Morris Alfonso, a big round of applause, please? And I think the biggest round of applause we have to reserve to the man himself, Dr. Anton Ravindran, for so generously sharing his heart and his mind with all of us. Let me explain, right? His mind, of course, through this book, Will AI Dictate the Future? All right. As AI becomes more pervasive in every aspect of human life, there's an urgent need to understand it and harness it in the way that benefits mankind. Where do we begin? All the answers and more, and how we can use AI to change the world for the better in this book, right? But his heart, I think, is equally important. If you don't already know, proceeds of the author's royalties from the sale of this book will go towards the Singapore Cancer Society. Can we give Dr. Anton a big round of applause? So all this leads me to share with everybody, if you've not already done so, please make sure you get a copy of the book before you leave today. In fact, don't just get one copy, get a copy for Christmas, get a copy for New Year, get a copy for your family, get your copy for your neighbor, right? And make sure that we support Dr. Anton wholeheartedly. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to welcome on stage the former Speaker of Parliament Australia, Professor the Honourable Stephen Martin, for the opening address. Professor, please.